Going live.
I think we're
All
live.
right, we are now live.
Here we are.
Usually it gives us a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but it snuck up on us quickly today. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah.
And welcome to Matrix Talk on a Monday. And I see some people are already online, which is cool. And we are here to do the eat or not eat. Matrix Moments at Your Fridge. That's what we call this one. Hi, Miriam. Oh, I see Tara is in from Halifax. Hi, Tara.
Yeah, if you guys are here and you can hear us, pop a hi in the chat box.
Yeah. Tell us where you're from. I'm signed in today as Matrix Talk, which is normally Kevin's moniker, but Kevin can't be with us today. So Tina and I are at the helm.
We're going to do our best.
I am in Langhorne. Nice and sunny today. How is it down by you, Tina?
It's beautiful. It was, I got into the office around 11 and it was like 70 degrees. Had the sunroof open.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I've been listening to on Audible Fantasyland.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I was listening.
Pretty interesting
coffee
stuff.
to my husband.
There you go.
Picked up a breakfast burrito. Yeah. Good
nice. Stuff. Oh, here we go. People are coming in.
Yeah. Angela,
Toronto, flat from Turkey.
We're international.
Argentina. Yay, Argentina. So what we normally do, folks, for those of you who may be new, this is Matrix Talk and Crowdcast. And we usually will wait till about 1:05. Because we find that when we do that, there are people that hop in. There's Ann. Hi, Ann. That pop in from all over the places, like Argentina, Turkey. And then we get started at 1:05.
We do.
So the tradition
Bill,
would be,
I noticed that we need a call to action button down there.
I noticed that before. And
will you put in the here? I'll put in the link. I'll Slack you the link.
You're going to Slack me the link? Yeah. Well, you know what? I am at risk. If I go messing around with this, I could pop myself out.
I'll do it.
So why don't we... can you do that at your end?
Maybe.
Yeah. And if not, we can always pop one in after the fact. And the call to action, folks, is what we would like you folks to do. And those of you who have been here before, you know the drill.
It's one of the beauties of podcasts.
Hello, Monica.
Hi, Monica from UAE. Wow.
Yeah.
We
are international today, Tina.
We are.
I think it's something about the fridge that brings people.
Do you think perhaps that's something other people have experienced?
I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that.
You think?
1:04. I have another minute to go. And we have a bunch of people online. All right. I see some new names here. Yeah, definitely. See, Monica says the fridge brought her here. There you go.
Definitely the fridge.
Oh, Miriam is wishing she was there with you, Monica. Very nice.
It is not just the fridge.
It's not just the fridge. Oh, okay. All right. Well, it would be okay if it was just the fridge too. We're a very accepting bunch here.
Yeah. We can talk about lots of things.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, hit the follow button up in the upper right.
Oh, there's a green.
And that will allow you anytime we go live with anything, because we have another scanningly brilliant idea coming up that we were going to kick off today, but we weren't able to. And I'll tell you a little bit about it once we get started with the Crowdcast. And it has something to do with a moment.
A moment.
A moment.
Just one moment in time.
Just one moment. So we got a little bit more to go, and then we're going to get started in our usual fashion. All right. So, and again, once again, Tina, we have been rewarded because a bunch of people came on between.
Yeah, we've popped up. And we've picked up about 10 people since we went live that you hadn't registered before.
Yeah. And then, the recording is there for those of you that can't get here today. We understand that. Not a problem. So we're almost there. All right. I think we've done it. So we're going to get started.
We are.
So Tina's going to help me out. And we always start all of our Matrix Talk Crowdcasts by asking permission if it's okay if we show you our point of view. So all you'd have to do is just chat in, let us know if it's okay if we show you our point of view, and then we'll wait. Miriam says yes.
Yes. All right.
Right. As long as we get a yes, we're going. Okay. So, all right. Oh, the recording's going to be right here, Flat.
Yep.
Right. As soon as it's over, if you hang for a minute, if you're here to the end, it shows right up. Crowdcast is awesome for that. Just come back anytime you want. Right. Oh, KT's have at it. All right. Here we go. So, first thing that we would do, as with what I just did, is we're going to have our matrix up on the board, and Tina's going to start drawing that up on her board.
I'm just going to do a whiteboard because
here we go.
Something about trying this on Matrix Talk. It just doesn't ever work out for me. Hold on. I got boards.
The cool thing about the Matrix is that if you've got a whiteboard or a piece of paper, or if you notice behind Tina, she's got some sticky notes, you will be good to go.
You know, I could stand and do it at this.
You probably could. You probably could pull that off, right?
All right.
So what we'll do is you'll have the matrix up in front of you. If we'll have it up in front of us, and ask that question. I have a point of view I'd like to show you. Is it okay if I show you? And then you would see that within the matrix diagram, the first question that we're going to ask is, first I would say, I use this diagram here. And then it forms 4 quadrants, as you can see. And in the lower right, you see the question, who's important to you? So now you can chat in and tell us who is important to you today. I will always say that my wife is important to me.
Wife.
She's taking a walk right now. So we put wife down there. So who else is important to you, folks? On this day of days, my husband, Monica says. Angela, her kids. Tara, me. Awesome. Angela, husband, and me. The me's are showing up today. Excellent. The dog. Parents.
Dog, parents. Mom.
Clients are important. Yep. My friends. Pets, coworkers. All right. We have us a very nice list.
Good list.
And as you can see, Tina has now put them down there in the lower right. So once we have that down, we're going to be going over to the lower left quadrant. And then I would say something like, well, we all have yucky stuff that shows up on the inside of us, like fear. And we put stuff like that in the lower left. So can you think of any other yucky stuff that shows up inside of you and other people, like fear? So, folks,
what's the hard stuff?
What might be yucky, and Artina will say the hard stuff that shows up on the inside. It's uncomfortable. You don't like it. Kind of want to push it away a little bit, or maybe a lot, depending. Uncertainty, Tara. Ooh. And there's fear again. Anxiety. Oh, craving. Someone's kind of leading us in here a little bit. Oh, very good. Oh, the thought that I'm not good enough. And there it is. That shows up quite a bit. Quite a bit. Tara says boredom. Intolerance to stress and mistakes. Oh, yes. Never make any. Stress. There we go. Feelings of inadequacy. Anger could definitely show up. And Tasha says procrastination. Oh, self-loathing. Ooh, there we go.
That's a good list.
Yeah, that's cool.
Self-loathing. I don't know if we've heard that one before.
Yeah, well, let's get that
recently, but that's a good one.
Yep. All right, so we're building up our list of yucky stuff. Racing heart. Yeah, palpitations. Okay, those could be some of the sensations that we were feeling on the inside. Yep.
And
inertia. Ooh. And exhaustion. Clara says guilt. All right. We've got some very You got
that is a robust list.
Yucky stuff.
Yes.
Stress aches. Oh yeah, stress aches. Nice. So once we've done that and we've kind of, paid homage to the yucky stuff, we're going to go up there to the upper left. And now we're going to the upper part of the diagram, of course. And this is where we put behaviors and things that others can see you doing. So on the upper left, we're going to put behaviors that are meant to reduce or eliminate that yucky stuff that we just talked about. So for example, you might have that fear stuff show up on the inside of you. And on the outside, you might be doing this thing called running to reduce your fear or get away from it.
Yeah.
Right? So I could put run up there, right? So, the idea here is that everyone does away moves every day. Okay? They are necessary for living.
Yeah.
Right? So can you think of other stuff you or other people do to reduce the yucky stuff? And look, Sandy already jumped in. She has put in skipping meals to reduce the yucky stuff.
Meals.
No one's ever done that before, right? Skipping meals. Yep. All right. What else might you do as an away move from yucky stuff?
Like
procrastinate. Oh yeah, on the outside. Tara, video games. Oh, Natasha, intermittent fasting. Ooh, okay. Yes. Eat junk. Aha. Sandy, compulsive exercise. All right. Complain. Oh, yeah. Well, yep. We all do a bit of that every once in a while, right? Eat when not hungry. Just eat. I'm just going to eat. We just put eat up there. Sleep. Here, there's another one. That's a cure-all. Sleep.
There's some good away moves.
Oh, get on the social media. Yeah. And then excessive sharing in social media. Yeah, well, one leads to the other, right? Hide the eating. Oh, okay. Not eat when hungry.
Not eat. Oh, so we have eat and not eat.
So you got eat, right? And then we have not eat, right? So
avoid eating in front of others.
Moves, right? Yeah, avoid eating in front of others. There you go. Yep. That's similar to the hiding of the eating that Tara's talking about, right? So you can eat, just not in front of people. Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So wow, we've got blame. Oh yeah. Wow. All right. So we have filled up that away move, the yucky away move stuff.
Got it.
So now we're going to keep moving along to the tour moves. And in the upper right, we're going to put behaviors that are meant to bring us closer to those who are important to us, the people that we just mentioned a little while ago. So for example, you might call your mom. For me, I would just go downstairs later on and talk with my wife. Oh, coffee. Yay! Oh, yes. Well, coffee's always a tour move, Matrix Talk. Yep. Very good. Have coffee with someone, right? So what else might you do? What other tour moves might you do that move you closer to other people?
Like yourself or your kids or your mom.
Go for a walk. Talk to my husband. Play with my kids. Anything else? Anybody else? They must be pondering and percolating, Tina.
We did an Easter egg hunt.
Well, I was just thinking about that yesterday. We were at a socially distanced gathering with my nephew and his family.
Grandma came over with her math.
Yeah, do arts and crafts. There you go.
Arts and crafts. Yes.
Yeah. And we had that eating stuff on the there you go, right? We could eat something, right?
Eat something.
That can show up there on the tour side too, including feeding people. Feed them.
Feed
people. I could feed them. Tara,
meditate.
All right, there you go. Yoga. Writing in a journal. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Kevin's logged in. So he's logged in. All right, so I will promote him now. Let's see.
We were joking about that, Kevin. We said
I figured he'd have to show up sooner or later.
He might show up on his B channel.
This is a Matrix first, folks. This is the first time that we're inviting Kevin to Crowdcast. This is pretty cool. So he should be showing up here in just a minute, I think.
And Rachel says volunteer. I'll add that.
Yeah. All right. So we've got a good list. Oh, cry. Yeah, crying could work. Yep. Delegate. All right. All right. Oh, delegate twice. All right. Very good. Lots of delegating. So once we get done with all of that, what we do then is we would go right to the middle. So now in the center, oh, he doesn't see an invite. Let me try again. Working on it. Invite to the screen. Yes, I am sure I want to invite him on the screen. So now let's see if that works. All right, I just sent it to you, Kevin. Okay. So now we're going to go to the middle. Oh, here he comes.
There I am.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, we're noticing that you just showed up, Kevin.
Yeah. Well, Crowdcast did not like me not being the host.
See, you know what? It just does not recognize you that way.
No.
Yeah.
It said you should be Matrix Talk, not the B guy.
So I went all, man, and it just took me forever to get logged in as the B guy.
The B guy.
Oh, man.
But I finally pulled it off.
You did. Well, welcome.
Oh, thank you. You guys carry on.
All right, so we're just finishing up our first loop, and in the center we put the word noticing, and that is we might have the opportunity to notice who and what's important, yucky stuff, away moves, tour moves. So do you think that you might have the opportunity to notice any of that stuff, like say within the next week or so? What do you think, folks?
I can type now.
All right. Oh, yes. Kevin says yes.
Kevin says yes.
All right. Anybody else might have the opportunity to notice any of that stuff showing up in the next week? Important stuff, yucky stuff, away moves, tour moves. What do you think? So far, Kevin, it's just.
I'm the only one.
Kevin, I think you chased them all away. They were like, oh no.
Oh, Rachel says yes. Oh,
Rachel says yes.
Right.
Rachel,
we got another one. All right.
Anybody else? Oh,
yeah, Ann says absolutely. Cool. All right. So now we're going to do a second loop. And this loop is going to be different in the sense of we're going to bring up a new diagram. It's very much like the last one, except the big difference here is we're going to be talking about when you're being and working with other people. So when we're with others, it doesn't matter who you're with, you're going to have a shared purpose, okay? And we're going to write those shared purposes down there in the lower right quadrant. Sandy says it's pretty unavoidable for me. Okay, good. So, for example, we have a shared purpose for being here today. And what might that be? So, folks, now you can kind of type in.
Let's see. Today's title is To Eat or Not to Eat.
That is it.
Moments at your fridge. What brought you here?
Yep.
Why did you go here?
And we're going to find out what brought people here.
There.
Mindful behaving. All right. Ooh, wow. Everybody step back and notice that one. Ooh, that's cool. To learn, Tara says. To learn. All right, Tara. Anybody else got one? It doesn't have to be the same one. It could be something different too. Something's brought you here. Looking for interventions for a client struggling with eating.
Huh.
Ooh, okay. Relationship with food. Okay.
Right.
There you go. Awesome.
That is a relationship.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then get some ideas for dealing with my relationship.
My relationship with food. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
A Tara validation.
Validation is a good thing.
Applying ACT for eating habits. Ooh, okay. Well, we got a bunch of different shared purposes here today.
We do.
A lot of them seem to be around food, Kevin. And Tina, what do you think? Interesting. Yeah. All right.
And I added show the matrix.
And that's always what we're up to, folks.
That's a good list.
That's our major purpose in showing up. Motivation. All right. Ooh. Okay. So here we're going to go to the lower left again. And this time we're going to talk about a special brand of yucky stuff, which is the social yucky stuff that shows up when we're with others. Okay. So can you think of some yucky stuff that shows up in people when they are being or when you are working with another person. And then we're just going to write them in the lower left. So what do you think, folks?
Social yucky stuff.
Relative to the shared purposes? What might be some of that stuff that shows up? Impatience. Yeah.
I'm typing today instead of talking.
It's great.
It's okay. Conserve energy.
Annoyance could show up. Oh, self-criticism. Yep, there you go. Lisa says insecurity. Insecurity. Anybody else got one? Shame. All right. And there's fear. Yep, that's going to be there.
I'm in a mood today. There we go.
All right. Oh, and there's bias and then fear of public shaming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of that going around right here.
You've noticed this, eh? Yes.
Uh-huh.
You too have been noticing this too, right? Anybody have another one you want to throw in there? Avoiding hard conversations. There you go. Yep. That's a yucky thing there. All right. So we've got a list of yucky stuff, social yucky stuff, expectations. And by expectations, I'm guessing not the ones that feel warm and fuzzy, right, Sandy?
Not the good expectations. Yeah. Great expectations.
Feeling pressure. There you go. That's
Hopelessness.
Okay. Hopelessness. Ooh, there you go. Hopelessness could show up. Get in the way. Disagreement. Yeah. Or fear of disagreement. There you go. All right. So we've got a good list of social yucky stuff.
Yep.
And we're going to go heading up to the upper left now. And when that yucky stuff shows up, many of us have our favorite away moves to get rid of that yucky stuff down there. So can you think of an away move that one might do in a social setting?
Do you ever feel
yeah. Yes. I don't know, if I'm expecting to see someone I haven't seen in a while, that can feel warm and fuzzy to me. So, all right. So, leave. Kevin went for the low-hanging fruit. He's just going to leave.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Leave is like one of the most
Drinking
popular.
is like leaving and still being there, kind of the idea.
Yeah.
Like the lights are on, but there's nobody still there.
Yeah.
That person is not
Isolation.
Hide.
Complain. There you go. Yep. We're not pretending. Yes, pretending. Mm-hmm. Lots of ways to do that. Anybody else? You got isolation, complain, lie. Yeah. We're talking. That's it. Gossip. Oh, man. That's my favorite. Gossip. Let's all get together and talk about who's not here. Good old gossip. All right. How about I would like to get on the Netflix. Can always do that. Tara says blame. All right. Make excuses. Turning on silent mode. All right.
Your own personal silent mode.
Yeah. I'm going incognito. I'm going airplane mode now, right?
You cannot find me.
All right. Cool.
Move to an island.
So we've got a list of away moves, right? And they're just away moves, right? Everybody does them. We all do them, one point or another. So now we're going to go over to the upper right quadrant, that one that isn't filled in. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the shared purpose moves. Because up there in the upper right, we're going to write those behaviors that are going to help us, that are in the service of the shared purpose, let's say. And some of those are really going to be very general. Like the ones that we always put in. The general one we always put in would be communication. Right? So if you're going to move toward any kind, Sandy says she lives on an island. Very good. So communication is something that is just going to be highly useful to moving toward any shared purpose, right? And then Tara says, listen, right. And we add to communication, we always add respectfully. We're going to communicate respectfully. Rachel says compromise. There you go. Tara, validate others. All right. Share openly. Mm-hmm. Anybody else got one? Share purpose.
Oh, that's rough.
Vulnerability.
Yeah, complimenting. Yeah. Oh, Lisa. Oh, allow myself to be vulnerable. Ooh, yeah. Lean into it. All right. Anybody else? Select who to spend time with. Ah, okay. Yeah. Could do that. Share purpose move. Okay. So we have a list of share purpose moves, Tina.
Yep.
All right.
We got a good one.
Cool. So once again, just like the first time around, we're going to come to the middle, draw a circle, and Tina is going to write the word noticing. As in, do you think that you might or you will have the opportunity to notice shared purposes, social yucky stuff, social away moves, or shared purpose moves in the next week or so? Kevin has said yes. Oh, like choose people who are healthy for me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got it. That makes sense. Yep.
You like to be around others, especially those you like.
Yeah. That would be my philosophy.
It's called a universally valid personality.
All right. People are saying yes. Okay. Awesome. So we've just done the 2 loops around the matrix. And the first loop is usually our traditional matrix that we do, which otherwise we call that the me matrix. You're doing that one for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one we do is the we matrix, which Kevin coined the pro-social matrix many years ago. And that is more of the we matrix for the shared purpose.
Well, 10 years ago now.
Yeah. Wow. It's been that long.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Time flies.
It sure does. Ha ha. So we've just done our 2 loops. And we're here today to be chatting a bit about this idea of to eat or not to eat. And we've titled this one Matrix Moments at Your Fridge.
Okay.
So where we're coming from with this, folks, is we were just chatting about the idea of matrix moments one day. We were chatting with someone else, Kevin and I were, and then we came up with the idea, and then Kevin and Tina and I talked about the idea of having moments in your life, right? So one of the moments that we picked for today is the moment that you are. Sandy,
workshop here soon.
Where's that? Yeah, really? Did you know about this, Kevin?
No.
Kevin's doing a workshop.
Do they have Mexican food?
I'm impressed that right now you're even thinking about Mexican food.
That's my standard shtick about
you got to go with it, right? You just right.
We'll travel.
Like it's big COVID. Nobody's invited me anywhere.
Yep.
Nor has Phil.
Malaysia.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll go there.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you it's.
Well, I think
he's Mexican food there.
I think he's referring to Wednesday. Maybe. Who knows?
Probably.
Yeah,
I
probably.
would imagine.
So, it's going to post it. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Okay, cool.
That, Sandy. So we came up with the idea of matrix moments, which is moments in your life.
When the matrix shows up.
And when the matrix shows up. So we're going to start today with the good old vertical line, because that really represents our moment on the matrix, which is the present moment, wherever you're at. And the way that we drew it up, then, Kevin, I'm going to go back to you, was it's going to start with the fridge, which is at the top of the line.
That's your 5 senses experience.
So there you are. You're at the fridge.
You're at the fridge.
It's either open or closed. It's
that's your sensory context.
That's your context. So you're at your fridge, and you're looking at your fridge, and maybe you're hearing your fridge hum. My fridge hums. That's a low hum to it. Who knows? And then you might also notice that something's showing up there in the bottom of that present moment line. And we're just going to call that your stomach.
I put your stomach down.
How about that for a highly technical term?
So you're noticing the fridge and you're noticing your stomach. Inside, outside, right?
That's it. You notice in your internal experience and your external, and they're both occurring at the same time, right? Okay. So from there,
Well, what might you notice?
Yeah.
This is one of those opportunities to think out into the future.
Yeah.
And you're standing at the fridge. Next time you're standing at the fridge.
Do you think you're going to have an opportunity to be at the fridge sometime in the near future?
You can make it artificial. You can just go there anyway.
Absolutely.
And you stand at the fridge and you notice the fridge and you notice your stomach and what's going on with your stomach at that time. And you just notice those two things. So, but you can sort of kind of predict what you might notice.
My mind says don't eat. So that's what shows.
Oh, so you're noticing that. Oh, so that's in addition to your stomach. Down.
Yeah. So that would be a thought that would pop up while you're noticing your stomach at the fridge.
Might.
Yep. Oh, Tara says she could make that happen right now.
She can go to the fridge right now.
Yeah, and you can either do it or not do it. We're not saying go to your
sort of the low hanging fruit, folks, is you might notice hunger.
What do you think?
You know, that's at least a possibility.
Yeah. And we're gonna put hunger over there, more into the.
Well, it doesn't feel good, hunger. Yeah. No. But you might notice it showing up.
You just might.
What else might you notice?
What else might you notice, folks?
Predicting, you're just playing.
Yep.
What might you
My
notice?
fridge is typically empty. I was thinking about that. Okay, so maybe she's noticing that there's not.
Well, that makes this moment really easy.
Yeah, really. This is going to be a sparse moment for you, Sandy. And your hunger is constant. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. So you're noticing your constant hunger.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you're looking at your sparse fridge. And then Susan says, I want something shows up. Anything. Yeah. All right. That could be showing up alongside of that.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, there's nothing good to eat in here.
In there. That could, I've had that show up.
I've had it showed up, and I've had my children stare into the abyss of the refrigerator and say those words out.
Oh, Tara is noticing it.
Boredom.
Sorry, it's boredom. Whoa.
And stress.
So you might be suffering from boredom.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much hunger, but boredom. And Rachel says stress.
Yes.
Maybe noticing stress. So you're standing there and there's the fridge and you're saying, ooh, inside of me is all this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, so here we go. So not hungry, but don't have time to eat later, so must eat now.
That's a lot.
Really? You got some urgency going on there.
Craving for something.
There's a craving. Okay.
Craving. Now that's a whole nother thing on hunger right there.
Yeah.
When you go past hunger and into the craving.
That's hunger amped up a bit. I'm full, but I want something sweet, Tara says. There you go.
It's saying noticing calorie intake. Now remember, you're just standing there. So
you're still just at the fridge, folks. That's all
you're having your moment.
You're just
the next time you show up at the fridge, you can go, oh boy, I'm having a moment.
Yeah.
My fridge and I are having a moment.
And then I hear, okay, you're registered RDN saying just eat something. Okay.
Really?
All right.
Okay. That's another thing that might show up on the inside. All right. Cool.
Just eat something. And that could show up either as something that
is over what might. The matrix comes in two versions. One, what might show up, and two, what's showing up in the moment.
Yeah.
The matrix is actually meant to be used in the moment, right when you're doing it, right before you do something.
Yeah. Yeah. And you mentioned your RD.
Why isn't there any?
Why isn't there any?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Rachel says, treat yourself. You earned it.
That's it.
Oh, you've earned this. Oh, there you go. This
Now,
is-
where would you want to put that, Rachel? On the toward side or on the away side? I just threw in something new there, a little new wrinkle.
this is all fun stuff.
Yeah.
Standing here having your Matrix moment at the fridge.
I should organize my fridge better. Oh, wow.
That is
All
something I have definitely. I've even gone so far as saying, I need to clean this.
Yeah,
fridge.
really. I can't find anything in here.
When it's looking pretty yucky, I think
What I want is all the way in the back behind all the other stuff.
Depends on, I suppose. Well, you're guessing. Rachel,
Yeah.
you're just guessing.
Yeah, and Sandy's saying the voice of her. I'm thinking RDN is a dietitian. I'm guessing.
Yeah, registered.
This is when you're projected out in the future and
Yeah.
you say, well, with the fridge there in front of me,
Yeah.
this stuff might show up, might not. We don't know. You're just contemplating.
Yeah.
But when you're there and the fridge is right there in front of you and your inside is right there with you, but now in the moment you can notice this stuff. Right.
Sandy said should go shopping.
Should go shopping. These are great because these are all
Awesome.
things that people.
Yeah, it's just the stuff that shows up inside of people.
Yeah.
When they're standing in front of their fridge.
Well, I mean, and they don't show up every time, but they can show up sometimes for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh man.
Have anybody ever got to the fridge and you can't really remember why you went there? I've had that happen.
Yeah.
I end up there a lot and can't remember.
I came in here to get something from the fridge. What was it? Angela says yes.
Mine is more, why am I standing in front of the fridge right now?
I forgot.
Or maybe I'm standing in front of the fridge again.
Well, so
Yeah.
then you could notice that. You could
Yeah.
notice that, wow, I forgot why I even came here. Isn't that interesting?
Angela, correct, Angela. It can be applied to anywhere. Because it's a moment.
It's a moment.
There's definitely lots of Matrix moments.
Or you can go into the kitchen, get a plate, and then you end up looking in the fridge for some reason.
Yeah.
There you go.
Having a sightseeing in front of the
Yep.
fridge.
Oh, yeah, sightseeing. I go.
It's,
Yeah,
it's like vacation.
I call it going on safari in my fridge. Let me see what's in here.
But notice, folks, this is all in this moment of there's the fridge and here's inside of you.
Yeah.
And it's just the vertical line.
We
You're
haven't
just
done
noticing
anything yet. We're just
the
looking,
stuff of the
just
fridge,
noticing.
stuff of what's going on inside of you. Just
Yeah.
noticing it.
We're just noticing. It's all we're doing.
Notice, and also notice we're not giving any kind of suggestions on
Nope.
behavior whatsoever. That would really destroy the moment.
Oh, it really would.
You want to have this moment.
We want you to have your Matrix moment
Yeah,
right now,
it's a moment.
in that moment when you're doing it.
There we go.
That's it.
You're noticing. Well, no, you put it all on the left. I could be standing at the fridge and notice, yeah, I came here to get something for my wife.
Yeah.
It's happened.
I think some people would put some of that stuff there on the toward side.
I'm
Yeah.
standing there and I was going to get something for my wife. I think my wife goes over on the right. I'm going to take care of my wife.
Or maybe I'm going to get my kids a snack.
There you go. Grab the kiddos a snack. So there could be stuff over there that leaned over that way too.
Or maybe I'm just going to give them a treat.
You're just noticing. You're just noticing where it seems to be.
Why is it all on the one? Well, it's just where it ended up. But
Yeah, this is where it was ended up.
That's right.
There's but both sides get represented.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
You're just noticing inside stuff.
and how it feels when you're there at the fridge in the moment.
I'll tell you right now, folks, what you'll have trouble with is judging.
Yeah.
Treat for my dogs. There we go.
Yeah.
It's awful easy to get into whatever you're noticing on the inside, then you judge it.
Yeah.
You're a bad person. Usually you're a bad person. It's not very often you're a good person. And we're not talking about judging. We're just talking about noticing.
That's all we're doing.
Having the moment at the fridge and noticing. Noticing the stuff showing up on the inside of you and noticing the stuff in your five senses experiencing, which includes a fridge.
Yep. It's still a fridge.
It's still, you're right there in front of a fridge.
It
You
has
can,
to be.
you can open the doors too. I mean, you
Yeah.
can look inside, but it's
Open and
still,
close.
it's a fridge. That's
Yep.
your five senses. Hey, you might actually smell something too,
Oh yeah.
if you noticed.
Yep.
Might smell something coming from the fridge. You might smell something not very appetitive coming from the
Yeah. Like
I think I need to clean it out.
oh, man.
somebody left some eggs in
There's
there.
a scientific experiment going on in my fridge.
So you're just noticing. It's a moment.
That's
You're
it.
taking a moment to notice all of this stuff.
Even as Kevin said, if the judgment shows up, that's something else that you notice.
Then you notice, oh, now I'm starting to judge myself.
Yeah, here I am standing at the fridge.
Yeah, and I'm judging myself.
And I'm judging myself.
Isn't that interesting?
Mhm. What do you know?
Who would have thunk that I would judge myself while standing at the fridge?
Sometimes I notice how my clothes are fitting.
There
while
you
standing
go.
In front of the fridge.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
That is an interesting thing to notice.
Well, I just thought of something that we could all put some scales in front of the fridge.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be really cool. Such that you couldn't open the fridge without stepping onto the scale, right?
No.
Ooh, that's brutal.
Is that
man.
brutal or what? That's
Really?
brutal.
Really not recommending.
No.
That's sort of the maximum in judging.
Yeah. Woof.
Or a body fat sensor on the handle.
Oh, even better.
Ooh, these are good. Now we're having fun now. See how this shows up, and you're
Hey,
still having a moment.
we can put pictures on the fridge too.
And notice, see, because we named it Matrix Moments at your fridge, we're not talking about eating. We're just talking about the moment.
Yep. Right
There
in
you
front
go.
of your
Banned from
fridge.
scales. That's
I'm
right.
banned from
Yeah,
scale.
yeah, okay. Yeah. There you go.
Right, think about a scale when you stand
Scales.
in front of the fridge.
Scales have a serious double-edged sword.
Sure do. That's another one of those very cool sneaky judging tools that
Oh yeah. So anyway, we're just goofing around, but we are not goofing around at all about having the moment.
Yeah.
Pause and having the moment of noticing the five senses experience of the fridge and the smells and all the stuff of the fridge,
sounds, whatever. Yeah.
and all the stuff showing up inside of you, which apparently there could be a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
According to what people have put in here.
Yeah. Or not so sneaky. That's right. That's right, Sandy. Or not. Yeah. Very, very much not so sneaky.
What is
Oh, I
written
put
next to
mind.
stomach? What should
Mind.
put in next to stomach?
Oh,
Mine. I just put five senses and
yeah.
My senses experience.
yeah. And
Yeah.
mine down at the
The
bottom.
five
Yeah.
senses experiences that tells you you're at the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sets your context.
That is.
And so
And everything else below that is on the inside.
just little technical stuff, because you'll see when you read a little bit about acceptance and commitment training and therapy, or RFT, relational frame theory, you'll see that it's part of contextual behavioral science. And so it always seeks to place you in a context first. Sort of, where are you? Your behaviors depend on where you are. And so,
Oh yeah, there you go. The cold coming out of the fridge. Right. You can.
oh, there. See, you can notice that. Definitely,
Yep.
definitely notice that. So you go, and of course, as far as your external context goes, you pick that up through your five senses. So,
Yep.
where do you get that? Your internal context is all this junk that's showing up inside.
When you go down the
Unless your refrigerator is talking to you, and then you got a whole other issue.
Which can be very challenging these days.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Tara. Why would we be talking about a matrix moment at the fridge? We're going to be doing lots of matrix moments, actually.
Yes.
But
why would we want to start there, for crying out loud?
I don't really recall how we got started at the fridge.
Well, I think that was probably the first thing that popped into the three of our heads.
You shared that funny story about your coworker.
Oh yeah,
and their matrix moment in front of the fridge.
I had shared that, right. So what I had shared with Kevin and Tina was what my coworker and good friend. I had shown her the Matrix, so she kind of knew about it. And so she was home one night and she went to have a piece of chocolate cake. And she said, is this a tort or a way? And then she said, damn that Phil, that Matrix.
So that's how we decided.
Now, the point of it isn't whether she ate the cake or not, folks. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't even remember.
Yeah.
The point was that she noticed. She had her Matrix moment.
And I cannot stress enough, folks. We're not talking about whether you eat something.
Yeah, this is not about that, right?
Or should or should not.
Or should, right.
That's not it.
Yeah.
But what it is really a vertical line exercise.
Right.
Notice your five senses, fridge and all that, and notice what's showing up on the inside of me. And that's the exercise.
That's it.
That's it.
That's your Matrix moment right there.
That's your Matrix moment. And you can have that for a second or a minute. It's your call how long you want to have a Matrix moment, and noticing all of that stuff. Sort of interesting, though.
Yeah.
A whole lot interesting, actually.
The fridge is terrifying.
There you go.
I don't know if we put fear.
The fridge is about terrifying.
We got fear.
And usually, most people would put terrifying over on the left.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to run away.
There's an urge to get away from that. Right.
So, wow.
I have a vertical fridge.
Is that because you need to clean it, Sandy?
Does it smell bad?
Always trying to gain weight, so always trying to get self to go to the fridge. Fridges are wandered. I always forget. Oh, there you go.
So you're one of those folks.
Yeah. Okay.
There are folks like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keeping weight on.
Yep.
And so, yeah, but this is about noticing. It's a moment of noticing the fridge, noticing the inside. And we're going to do a lot of these Matrix moments. We're going to have a little bit of fun.
I don't have food. So it can't be dirty.
If you don't have food in there, it's easy to clean. Just get you one of those little wipes things and wipe it down and you're all good.
There you go. Use it for other purposes.
About the jealousy. Regarding her.
Yeah.
Listen, I know more than one person that has that problem.
Oh yeah.
The keeping weight on problem. So,
yeah.
I'm used to it.
Yep. A lot of people struggle with that one.
Probably have a lot of. She just has a
treats for the dogs.
Treats for the dogs.
I have treats for the dogs. Yeah, that's always the dogs.
Yeah.
My dog.
And the dogs are over there on that. Who's important to you?
Dogs
Right?
over here.
You get treats.
What did I come here for? Yeah.
My dog. Because people assume you haven't eaten.
Yeah, and there's that judgment stuff showing right back up again.
Judgment stuff.
Yep, there you go.
Phil and I, and now Tina, have noticed over the years, there's a lot of this judgment stuff going on.
Yeah.
A whole lot of it.
Self and others.
Right. So if you notice the judging showing up while you're in front of the fridge, you notice the judging.
That's part of what's showing up with you.
That's part of what's showing up. That's what you're doing. So anyway, a little exercise in
the moment.
Matrix moment.
I'll go back to it. Something I'm feeling my oats right now. I've been a little bit under the weather, folks. That's why I'm not leading this. But just to remind folks that the Matrix really is about the moment.
Yeah.
It's about using it in the moment when the stuff is showing up in context, let's say.
In
A
whatever
lot of
context,
people think, oh, it's for planning out my life or whatever.
no, or it's for about moving toward values, or
And it's not. It's really you train it up so that it shows up in your life in the moment when you need it to show up. And you notice. And it's not even you decide whether I'm going to do an away move or not. You do the move.
You just do it. You
You just notice whether in general it seemed to be away or in general it seemed to be toward.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, stop everything. I must choose to do something. No,
yes, right. No.
It's about noticing, noticing as you do an away move, noticing as you do a toward move. That you notice. In the end, you also notice workability. This is working to get me where I want to go. So that's it. But just to make triply sure people know that. That's what it's for.
We've been on this quite a bit over the past. If anybody's been on our Crowdcast lately, we're talking.
Well, we don't to get people off. It's not certainly not meant to be a way to diss on yourself.
No.
There's certainly enough of that going around without
that going around. Yeah,
right.
No, it's just about noticing.
That's it.
What you're doing, whatever you're doing, is fine. You're noticing it.
It's okay.
Remember, this is Mr. Rogers.
we like you just the way you are.
Where you are. The Matrix likes you just the way you are. You're just hunky dory right there.
Hook, line, sinker, warts, you name it.
Right. You're just noticing all of that in full Technicolor. You're just noticing more. And that's the trick of it, is to get to where you do have more moments of noticing. And that's hence us launching the Matrix moments.
It shows up right there.
What's that?
When it shows up right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the moment.
Yeah. That's
we'll have more moments.
Yes.
We'll have lots of them.
Once you see it, you can't ever.
But now everybody head for your fridge.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stand there and have a. And then if somebody says, "Why are you standing at the fridge?"
You could just say,
"I'm having a moment."
Having a moment. That's all.
With my fridge.
So just like we said, you think you're going to have an opportunity to have some mindful Matrix moments, perhaps in the next week or so, when you go to visit your refrigerator.
That's the opportunity.
It always is. It's always an opportunity to have a Matrix moment.
Oh, interesting.
It will naturally pull for self-criticism. You're Susan. Yeah. And that being you've been trained up to criticize.
Yep. That was one of our earlier things.
Notice your learning history.
Yeah.
And how you overlearned criticizing.
Yeah.
Starting probably in pre-K or before.
Yeah.
And we all have been taught it.
Yeah, a little secret, Susan. We're all really, really good at it.
Really trained into it. So if you notice it showing up, notice it. Definitely notice it showing up. But it's a byproduct of the culture that we're brought up in. That includes a lot of criticism.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of public shaming too, by the way.
Oh. Yep.
So anyways, yes, you will notice that. And then sometimes it's sort of fun to notice your memories of how self-criticism came to be such a part of your life. How you developed such a close relationship.
Yeah. Why are you so good at it?
How did I get to be such an expert at self-criticism?
Right.
I wonder.
Some people aren't, but most people are.
Oh.
Are really good at self-criticizing. So, but noticing is just noticing. And you'll oftentimes hear that word in front of it, just noticing. And the just is not put there on purpose.
Yep.
It's to help pull off the analysis of it.
Away that verbal analysis. That
Right. Strip away. Just noticing, just being there in the moment and noticing what's showing up in your environment, what's showing up inside of you. And then notice what you do next. You're going to do something next.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
You're going to haul off and do something.
Yep.
Notice what you do. In all of its glory, notice what you do.
And that's noticing +1.
And then notice whatever it is about.
And then now you're in a new context. Draw yourself another.
Bring it with you.
And in the end of the day, you're asking sort of things summed up. Well, is this all working to get me where I want to go? And if it's not, well, maybe you'll get around to making some adjustments. You never know.
Yeah.
But it would be up to you, not somebody else.
That's it.
If other people are telling you need to adjust,
Oh,
go to a different place.
oh yeah. And your good old friend Judgment just hopped on.
Say, I don't need other people judging me. I do really well.
Yeah, really.
So,
I'll go and judge myself. Thank you very much.
yeah,
I've got enough of it
Plenty of that.
for myself. I need you too.
Lots of fun. So anyway, now I guess the nice thing also, all the matrix moments that we'll be doing here, they're going to be common. Being at
Every
the field
day, what you run into.
Yeah.
is common. We'll have common periods that you
Wednesday we're doing sleep.
sleep. Oh, sleeplessness, sleepless nights.
Yeah, sleepless nights.
So it not only pertains to anybody who ever has one of those.
Yep.
Which I'm sure most of our audience.
Yeah, there could be 2 or 3 people out there, I think.
Has anybody ever experienced sleepless nights? Just me? It's just me, B. Just me. Sandy says, Jasmine, are you in Memphis?
Apparently not.
Sandy and Jazz told it. Yeah. Tara
Oh,
says
Tara
says yeah.
Now, in reality, we're not talking sleepless. You know what we mean.
Yeah.
Way up, wake for an hour.
Your midnight matrix moment.
Yeah, all kinds of cool matrix moments.
Yeah. It's
Oh
2
yeah,
a.m. here now.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
So you're having a matrix moment.
Like,
there you go.
At 2 a.m.
Had a sleepless night last night.
There you go.
Things people.
Pretty personal question. Oh, okay. I'll make it less personal. Sometimes I have sleepless nights.
Yeah. Well, I had one Friday night. Yeah, okay.
I think
I had one last night. No, the night before. Yeah.
I have read places where the pandemic sort of has accelerated the sleepless night.
Yeah.
So,
Wonder why.
yeah. Oh well, fun stuff. Lots of fun. Anyway, go to your refrigerator, have a moment.
Yes. We will be back on Wednesday.
We will.
For another moment.
Another Matrix moment. On Matrix Talk.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good day. We'll see you on Wednesday or whenever down the road. Take it easy. Bye.
Bye.